guys, welcome to today's video. Today we've got our next fighting game, Best of the Best Karate Championship. Alright, so what do we got here? Let's go to training. Alright, no information whatsoever on what to do. Alright, so we just kind of push the button. Alright, this is really boring. Alright, I see what we... Alright. Hit both buttons and it registered just the wrong one. I don't know why we missed the one. We hit it right at the same time. So it's kind of interesting that you get to build your fighter a little bit. Let's try it again. Resistance. I still don't get the resistance one. I mean, so far it's not the worst. Like, the training is always going to be kind of boring, right? So we're just going to jump right into the game here in a second. Yeah, you have to be right on top of things. As soon as it moves, you need to move or you don't get anywhere. Alright, with that being done twice now, let us move into match. And let's just see how the game plays. Poorly. I mean, it's a lot like the NES games that we saw before. Just really not overly great. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad game by any means. Like, it's playable. It does what you're supposed to do. But, like, as a whole, it's not really a game I'm really thinking that there's going to be a lot of desire for. And what you can't actually, maybe you can, like, none of the buttons turn you around. So, like, I was just facing off away from the guy. Crane kick. I'm not 100% sure what the buttons do, but we kind of mash some buttons a little bit. I get kind of the high, low, and knocking them down. I don't know how the game is pointing everything, because usually knockdowns are... We keep knocking him on his ass. It's fun. But, like, it's very grainy. It's very, like, everything's so far away. It's hard to see anything. You're just like two black blobs kind of doing some stuff. And as soon as she gets close, like, it just turns into a jumbled mess. Like this, like, you don't even see what the hell's going on at this point. I can't turn, you're not turning, there we go, we finally turned around. It's not overly good at all. Like, it does not lend itself well to being, like, especially on Game Boy. I don't think this game is really suited for a small black and white screen at all. Like, the gameplay is pretty bad at best, but, like, trying to deal with this on, like, a small screen is just really bad. But all in all, like, it's a pretty abysmal game that just really doesn't work for being on, like, honestly, it doesn't really work for being on any system, to be honest. It's pretty meh at that. But I'm thinking if it was color, a little bit bigger, not as, like, poorly done, grainy thing, it might be okay. But on Game Boy, this is absolutely pretty bad, to be completely honest. I mean, they do have a lot of stuff, like you get to actually see what your character does. So just hitting up, we throw a kick. But all in all, like, that's not enough. Like, the training and the select your hits and all these little things really don't make up for the fact that the bulk of the game is really poorly done. Again, like you said, there's two very small little black blobs in the center of the screen, kind of doing some stuff that you could barely make out. None of it, everything's so slow. Like, all their moves are slow. You can't really tell what's going on, how everything's supposed to even play out. Like, everything about it is, I don't know, it's just not well done, and probably, I mean, it was good. They tested it out. They gave it a try, but it was just not really worth a play, to be honest. It's pretty sad. And can you imagine really playing this on such a small screen? I feel like you wouldn't be able to see anything going on. You could barely see it on a really big screen, and trying to do that, like, on this little itty bitty screen just seems like you're just going to be, like, looking at two, like, little pixels bouncing around. So all in all, not a very playable game. They added some stuff, and they really tried. But I just don't think that they had the software and the ability to actually make the game work. So with that being said, thanks so much for joining me, guys. Till next time, you guys have a good one.